Typically, over 30% of vehicles are in service now. Do they really need to be there? Eventually, but just not today. That's how we think about it. That's what on-command connection remote diagnostic is all about. We are an open architecture platform. We have more than 26 telematics service provider integrations. It's an all-mix solution. No matter who your TSP or your OEM is, we can give you a health of your status for the vehicles over your entire fleet. 470,000 vehicles active in the system today, 1.2 million over a period of 3 years. What you see out there is what a dashboard looks like for a fleet. Now, we put a lot of emphasis on usability in terms of user interaction for different personas. Big data and everything else is driving this in the back, but it's all about how do you represent that data? How do you make it useful? So what you see is a scorecard. You can typically see how many vehicles you have in a fleet. That's the easy part. You see a scorecard on the top right-hand side, which tells you trending analysis in terms of idling, acceleration, braking, or severity of the codes, followed by a scoreboard where data is coming in real time from your IoT devices and your sensors on the vehicle. So very quickly, we can tell you if that flashing light on the truck is something you need to take care of right now, or you have tens of hundreds of thousand miles to drive. That's how we break the codes down into severity codes, or stop now, or maintenance-related activities. Now, if you want to locate it in real time, you can just go to the mapping solution. You can see the colors represent the different service codes. It's just, again, ease of use. If you see a little arrow underneath it, which is blue, that means you're using a telematics service provider. You're using OCC telematics on the particular vehicle. You want to see what does the faults, what are the top faults for your fleet. You can see that in a snapshot, followed by the trending analysis. Now, everybody likes to look at data a little differently, right? So we have canned reports of driver log, fuel tax reporting, unplugged report, or any other custom reports you want in the report section. What we do definitely have is a unique feature where the vehicle list, we can quickly combine different criteria of, say, engine type, OEM, if you have multiple locations. For your particular fleet, we can do all that, use a feature called auto refresh. So if this is what you're worried about for the day, you can leave it on a board running somewhere or a display, and the data keeps getting refreshed. So we call it diagnostic at a glance. If you want to get into the details of any particular vehicles, you can quickly, in this case, we'll click on Demo 2. You can see what is a make, type of vehicle, who is the TSP, because we connect across various TSPs. Where's the current location? If you're using our EDL app, we will be pretty much able to tell you, pretty soon we'll be able to tell you who's driving that vehicle. Some of the driver behavior features like acceleration, again, braking, idling in different formats. If you think dollar makes an impact on you, or time, or miles, we can do that. What are the top faults for this particular VIN? In terms of location, if you're using our device, we can tell you what your speed is and what direction you're heading in. For every others, we can tell you in near real time where the truck is or what route it has taken. Now, think about a health report or the vehicle health, similar to you going to a doctor's, right? When you do that, you give them your symptoms, you get the diagnosis, you get the prescription. Similar to that, we collect over 130 parameters plus in this particular report. In addition to that, external parameters like elevation, geospatial data. So all that so that we can come up with what we call a fault ranker. We not only tell you what type of severity it is, but we can rank the faults so that you know which one to focus on first. It could be one fault which is causing a failure. It could be a combination of faults, or what we call synthetic codes, where it is a fault plus external parameters like weather, temperature, speed, anything that is causing a failure. Now, when you do that, we have something called fault code action plans. This is a secret sauce where you click on it, it takes you to the details. You get an idea in terms of, hey, what is the summary of the fault? What does it look like? What parts are required to fix the fault? Not only that, we can, based on your current location, we can tell you which dealers are available and who has the part in their inventory, and service documentation, what is the history of fault. We give you some simple diagnostic questions if you're a dispatcher, if you want to talk to the driver. You can actually use those diagnostic questions to see if this is what they are experiencing. So all this information, if you go out to our YouTube channel on On-Command Connection, you'll see how the dealer community uses this to increase the efficiency of their shop. Why? Because they know what is happening with the truck. We can easily prepare for the truck coming in terms of what part is required, what skill set is required, and what equipment is required. Two most common feedback that we get when we put on-command connection on a new fleet is first 30% reduction in maintenance cost and 80% reduction in what we call on-road tow-related expenses. So one of our customers who have around 100 buses in their fleet out of New York, they were experiencing like double-digit towing every year. We put on-command connection. For that year, the fleet drove around 1.5 million miles. They had one tow. This is the kind of impact. This is the kind of results our customers get. Just to give you an idea what are the products we have in the suite and how we think about the space, this is a quick video.
What drives us? It's simple: innovation. That's why we're committed to pioneering connectivity in transportation like never before. At OnCommand Connection, we are paving the way through next-level innovation, technology, and thinking. With advanced remote diagnostics that focus on customers' needs. And through our open architecture platform that aggregates vehicle data for all makes and models via integration with over 25 telematics service providers. It saves fleet managers time, which means it saves them money, capturing all of their transportation data within one easy-to-use interface, steering towards new discoveries by the day, like analytics that can predict vehicle part failures, and integrated data inputs that can eliminate unexpected breakdowns. This is a revolution in the transportation industry. As autonomous vehicles, electrification, and the digital supply chain continue to change how we do our work, we are uniquely positioned to lead the charge. Because at OnCommand Connection, we refuse to follow trends. We drive them forward.
If you have any further questions, please visit us at our booth. Thank you, guys.